briefed by the clerk that he just made a follow-up letter because we had earlier invited the commission headed with the chairperson and the commissioners. She did not attend our first interface, and we had no written communication. And but among the reasons, whereas we are to consider Auditor General's report, I don't know if she accessed a copy of the Auditor General's report or not. Because, for just this quick correction, part of the observation by the Auditor General was, for example, if I would pick out one, aging of cases at the tribunal. In our last interface, the commissioners alluded to the fact that the tribunal cannot sit because of the absence or for whatever reason, but which they attributed to the chairperson. The Auditor General specifically mentions that the accounting officer explained that due to long-standing challenges such as absence of the chairperson. Now, this is within the Auditor General's report. We accordingly invited the chairperson because we are discussing and want to consider the Auditor General's report. And there are some key elements and revelations that may touch the exercise of powers of the chairperson. Now, I want to appreciate the response, but a witness cannot choose how to respond. When we specifically invite you to interface with the committee, you can actually come and say this, but you cannot choose just to write that I'm saying this, and you even choose where to appear. That is a bit provocative, and it sounds as contempt to our proceedings, because this is the second time we are interfacing. I would have appreciated if the response was, I am sick in hospital, I'm on this and this and this. But it appears the response continues to choose what to respond to and even the mode of response. That is the only thing the chairperson sent you with, accounting officer?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Sewongo?
This commission is that lady. And under our rules, we are meant where they fail to appear, to compel them to appear. One, could we know, is this lady, has she really resigned or she's still serving? We need to know that. Because you might be flogging a dead horse. But Mr. Chair...
Maybe in her letter, she signed as chairperson.
Then she...
And is dated August 10th,
Chair,
2026.
that letter is panchurium. It is panchurium. He has written to you proposing to go to the other committee, which is not ours. So it is panchurium by law. And I would suggest that we first get the first information, leaving that letter as I've stated legally. Should we know whether she's still sitting in the office? And if she's still sitting in the office, then you have to invoke Rule 223, issue and service of summons, compelling her to appear here by force. There is no way you can proceed with the Uganda Human Rights Commission without Madam Mariam Wangadya. And it should be put on record that this committee is not here for a religious affair. We are here for business. So, Mr. Accounting Officer, you know under your docket, the chief accounting officer here before us, leading you to this committee, is that lady. But I would pray, leaving that letter out, should we hear from them, the one who has been sent to give you that letter, whether this lady is still in office, or she resigned. She might be impersonating. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
About this agency, the Uganda Human Rights Commission, there is total collapse of governance in that agency, and there is paralysis of the tribunal. And according to their law, the tribunal should be chaired by the chairperson. Where the chairperson is absent, the tribunal can't sit. And it is one of the audit queries that is before us. There is no way we can proceed interfacing with this agency without the chairperson. Otherwise, how shall we interrogate on governance, on the matters of governance? It is important that the chairperson recognizes that this is Parliament of Uganda, and particularly an oversight committee, PAC COSASE. We have remedies with us, remedies within the law. It should be at this moment that we use our force to find her wherever she is and present her to us such that we start examining governance and other audit issues in that agency. She should be here whether she likes or she doesn't.
Thank you. Yes, Father Bakim.
Mr. Chair, I want to request from the accounting officer to confirm whether that letter has originated from the chairperson, Mariam Wangadya. Because if I remember, in the last attendance of this committee, in this committee, I did not see any kind of relationship that would even compare a chairperson to send a letter through the accounting officer. Should we confirm from him? Maybe it could be a blackmail. So can we confirm from him that that letter has originated from that very person, the chairperson, Madam Wangadya? Otherwise, we might be talking about her, yet someone crafted a letter in her name. Thank you, Chair.
Accounting officer.
Honorable Chairperson, the letter is from the Chairperson, Uganda Human Rights Commission. I can confirm. She gave it to me to deliver it to you, sir.
When did she give you the letter?
This morning.
Where?
At the office.
At the office?
Yeah.
When you are receiving letters, how do you receive them? You receive signed copies, or there is a record of how letters are transmitted?
Chair, there are different modes of delivery of letters. In this particular case, she specifically asked me to deliver that to you, but we also deposited a copy with your office this afternoon.
By office, you mean Secretariat, Clerk to Parliament?
Clerk to this committee.
Okay. Let's proceed. Yes, Honorable Naki.
Servants, so they want to choose where to go. From that letter, from the tone, it's like she's deliberately avoiding COSASE. And this is not only for her. We need to send a strong message to all public servants that once we invite them, they should appear. So, I support the view that we compel Madam Chairperson to appear before us, willingly or unwillingly. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable.
For other submission, but I'm coming on the procedural matter. Already, the one who brought a letter has given us good evidence that this lady was in office in the morning. And I would seek whether it wouldn't be procedure okay. You give us a break of 10 to 15 minutes. He goes and he calls that lady here. Now, and the failure to do so, you take another option. We want to exhaust all avenues that bring this adamant person here. And if we can be procedure okay, I would pray if it is procedure allowed by you to have him ring her boss in the office where he has left her to tell her to appear here. And after failure of that, which is going to be successful, by the way, for us, we are here to wait for the big lady. That's the procedure matter.
We are dealing with a person who knows the law very well. So she knows what she is doing. Chair, I pray that we do not proceed until we compel her to be here. We should not allow this impunity to proceed, Chair. She's just becoming adamant because she knows what she is doing. So, Chair, we should stand up defend this committee and compel that lady to appear before this committee. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Commission. Equally, when you look at what is audited, I mentioned that the Auditor General's report, actually several paragraphs, is talking about case registration, status of complaints, and these all have financial implication. It talks about status of complaints management, and on page 21 of the Auditor General's report, he alludes to the fact that the absence of a chairperson is factored in here. I think these commissioners are equal on record here when we are trying to interrogate tribunals, the sitting of tribunal. I think they all unanimously said they are waiting for the chairperson to convene. Was that your submission? The commissioner has been on record. We want to recollect. Commissioner, let's start from the first one. Let the commissioners, I want them on record. Yes? Why are the tribunals not sitting?
Chair, procedure.
Wait a minute. You respond. Respond.
Thank you, Chair. The Uganda Human Rights Commission is constituted when there is a chairperson and at least 3 members.
So, you are not sitting because?
The commission has to be constituted.
And who is responsible to constitute it?
The chairperson.
Okay.
With the secretary, because
with the secretary.
Resources are important for the commission to be constituted as a tribunal.
You last sat when?
It was in March.
March 20?
No, March was the commission meeting, but December was the...
And tribunal? Yes. Tribunal December.
Yes.
The next commissioner? Just on that issue, don't go into the details.
The tribunal rules are giving only the chairperson the powers to chair the tribunals.
Okay. The next commissioner?
Honorable Chairperson and members, the Human Rights Tribunal is chaired by chairperson and members.
Why are you not sitting?
We last had a tribunal in December.
The other commissioner?
Honorable Chair, I agree with my colleagues. I have nothing useful to add.
So those are the commissioners.
Now turning around to say that I cannot come because this is not the committee, I will report to the other committee. Really, the chairperson of the Human Rights Commission, if you get to hear what she utters around, you really feel pity for Ugandans. And now that she can even come and write such a letter to the committee, which committee she has ever appeared to and defended the commission, we must do something. And again, I am wondering, Mr. Chairman, why we even still call her the chairperson of the commission? Because herself, in her own words, she said, I'm resigning as the chairperson of commission. Then later, I heard that she sent a notice of intention to resign. But by the look of things, you can see that either she's not interested, or she's hiding something, or she's above the law. And like Honorable Zahara said, she's a woman who knows what she's doing. So I will support the Honorable Sewungu's idea. I agree. I give you a second.
No. You are now done. Let him inform you. I got Honorable
Let me conclude, Mr. Chairman.
Let him. You are already allowed him your time.
If you refuse the information, I can conclude. But if you allow a second,
okay.
Give information. I give you 1 second.
Mr. Chairman, you see why I'm giving information to my fellow Swahaba there, Honorable Pindi, my good friend, is that at the start of this committee, once this lady is here, the first question is finding out her status in the commission. The moment you don't have that, our proceedings cannot move on. And indeed, This lady is in office. Can you imagine? Writing to the chair of the committee in office and addressing him on matters of Human Rights Committee of session. So the information I'm giving Honorable Mpin is that this lady is there. She has to come here, give us her status, and then we move on.
Honorable Senator.
Mr. Chairman, I want to entirely agree with Honorable as he suggested. Go to the office and say the committee has asked you to go and report. Then she says, I'm not going. From there, we will find a solution. Otherwise, this darling, I'm not coming, I'm not available, I'm not this. And when the commission is not sitting since December, we are doing a disservice to this country.
Honorable Senator,
Thank you.
I
Thank you very
want
much,
to
Mr.
offer
Chairman.
guidance now. Yes. Number one, the Uganda Human Rights Commission, for all purposes and intent, in matters relating to accountability and Auditor General's report, scrutiny, is responsible and accountable to PAC COSASE, this particular committee. When any officer of Uganda Human Rights Commission is accordingly invited, you must accord such invitation, not as a way of good gesture, but in response to lawful invitation and summons. Number two, a witness so summoned cannot choose where to appear and when to appear. By the chairperson, one Mariam Wangadya, choosing to tell us where she intends to appear, is rejected by this committee. It is not worth a response to our invitation. Number two, now that this has been the second invitation, and she has not accorded us justifiable reasons within her response as to why she is unable to attend, but rather that she will attend other committees. We have little reasons to believe that if invited again, she will honor our invitation. I will accordingly proceed and rule under Rule 218 that provides for special powers of committees. Special powers of committees, and specifically sub-rule D, that in enforcing attendance of witnesses and examining witnesses on oath or affirmation, this committee has powers of the High Court. And specifically under Rule 218, sub-rule F, sub-rule E, this committee has powers to order for the arrest and confinement of such a witness for purposes of investigation. Now that the chairperson has not given us satisfactory reasons for her failure to attend, I want to proceed under this rule, 218, specifically sub-rule E, to order for the arrest and the production of Mariam Wangadya tomorrow at 9 at Parliament. I want to instruct our CID to look for Mariam Wangadya, arrest her for purposes of bringing her to this committee tomorrow at 9 a.m. I so rule, meeting adjourned.